The news shaking the Formula One world didn't come from a crash on the track or a controversial press conference. It came from underneath the SF25's floor. At a time when many had already labeled Ferrari's 2025 project as another missed opportunity, something revolutionary has quietly emerged from the Maranello garage. And we're not talking about a simple technical upgrade. We're talking about a radical transformation that could rewrite the entire narrative of this season, and possibly even Lewis Hamilton's future in red. Behind closed doors, far from cameras and paddock whispers, Ferrari began a series of secret tests with a brand new car floor. The initial data, the most confidential ones, blew everything wide open. The car is more stable, more responsive, and faster. But most importantly, it's predictable. After months of struggling with a moody and unpredictable machine, the engineers have finally found the key. And now, the SF25 has a soul. Even though Hamilton wasn't behind the wheel during these first sessions, the results gathered by Leclerc and the junior test driver were so impressive they instantly echoed throughout the race department. Technicians described the difference as day and night. The rear end, a nightmare for drivers during the early GPs of the year, is now planted to the tarmac. High-speed corners are no longer a calculated risk, but an open invitation to attack. And that changes everything. The secret? A complete redesign of the venturi channels. The airflow management under the car has been refined with surgical precision. The result is a stable aerodynamic platform under braking and acceleration. Two areas where the SF25 had previously shown its biggest weaknesses. This isn't just a minor tweak. It's a deep structural carve into the chassis. And that's where Lewis Hamilton comes in. Because even if he hasn't tested the new package yet, every data point suggests one thing. The car waiting for him at the Austrian Grand Prix is not the same machine that dragged him into frustration earlier this season. It's finally a machine worthy of his talent. In Maranello, some are already saying it outright. With this floor, Hamilton can drive like he did at Mercedes. Translation? He can trust it. No more driving with the handbrake on, fearing sudden grip loss or weird behavior under braking. Now he can push. He can attack. He can return to being who he's always been, a qualifying predator and a ruthless tactician on race day. But it doesn't stop there. The data from race simulations is nothing short of electrifying, up to 0.6 of a second per lap gained, depending on fuel load and tire compound. In today's Formula One, that's massive. And it's not just about raw performance. Tire management, another chronic weak spot for the SF25, has improved significantly. Rear tire degradation has dropped by 17%. That means more flexible strategies, longer stints, and, most importantly, the ability to go for aggressive overcuts and bold moves. Hamilton will no longer have to defend. He can finally go on the attack. And for a driver who built his legend on impossible comebacks, that's music to his ears. But be warned, this new floor is only the first part of the puzzle. At Silverstone, Ferrari will introduce a further evolution of the rear suspension, one that's designed specifically to maximize the benefits of the new floor. It's now clear we are looking at a Spec B SF25, a Ferrari that's been reimagined from top to bottom with one goal in mind: to win. Not just survive the battle against Red Bull and McLaren, but lead it. The message sent to the paddock is loud and clear, and it's not just about numbers. It's about mindset, energy, Hamilton's body language in the garage, the smiles, the belief. For the first time since arriving in Maranello, Lewis genuinely believes he has a car that listens to him. And this is only the beginning. The introduction of the new floor has already sparked an internal revolution at Ferrari. But the true impact will only be seen once Lewis Hamilton puts it to the test in a full race weekend. And that's what makes this moment so exciting. No one has yet seen Hamilton push this new SF25 to its limits. Until now, he's been driving a car that felt more like a challenge than an ally. Now, for the first time, he'll have the chance to fully express himself. The car's behavior, especially in high-speed corners, has been transformed. The instability at the rear, which just a few weeks ago ruined every flying lap in qualifying, is now under control. This allows Ferrari not only to lower the ride height, but also to increase aerodynamic load without compromising stability. The result? A car that can be driven aggressively without constantly having to compensate with corrections or sacrifices. And here's where another crucial factor comes into play: psychological confidence. Hamilton is one of the most sensitive drivers when it comes to feeling the car. If the car betrays him, his performance drops. But when he feels the car is working with him, not against him, he becomes unstoppable. The sensations gathered during Leclerc's long runs suggest that the new floor finally speaks the same language as the driver. No mixed signals, no nasty surprises, just consistency, predictability, and performance. Moreover, thanks to the new floor design, thermal management has also improved. No more overheating of the rear axle, no more need to lift off the throttle to cool the tires. This opens the door to completely different strategies. Hamilton will be able to take more risks, run longer stints, and set the pace of the race rather than react to it. And in a season as tight as 2025, that's an advantage that could be worth gold. But what makes this transformation even more intriguing is the timing. Ferrari is bringing a suspension update to Silverstone, specifically designed to work in perfect harmony with the new floor. This combined package should nearly eliminate the unpredictable chassis behavior during rebound and sharp direction changes, two of the main issues Hamilton has been complaining about throughout the first half of the season. If these two updates work together as planned, then the SF25 will be a truly new machine. A real B-spec version that could not only allow Ferrari to win races, but also get back in the hunt for something much bigger. Because if Hamilton can re-enter the fight at the front with a car that finally responds to his inputs, then the title itself is back on the table. And that's a message no one expected to hear in the heart of the season. It's undeniable that something is changing. You can see it on the faces inside the Ferrari garage. You can hear it in the tone of the interviews. There are no more excuses, no more cliches. There is awareness, there is confidence, and most of all, there is a sense that we are witnessing the start of something historic. Because when a team like Ferrari finally finds the right technical direction, and when a driver like Hamilton feels he has a winning weapon in his hands, then anything becomes possible. The tests at the Red Bull Ring weren't just a trial run, they were the spark. And with Silverstone just around the corner, with a complete technical package ready to debut, the paddock is holding its breath. Rivals are watching, fans are on edge, the wind has shifted. And it might just carry Ferrari into a second half of the season that no one saw coming. For Hamilton, this is the moment of truth. At last, he won't need to adapt to a flawed car. Finally, he can drive with instinct, with freedom, with that raw edge that made him a 7-time world champion. And if the SF25 continues to respond the way it has so far, then we're in for something special. Ferrari hasn't just improved its car, it has rewritten the entire narrative. And if these upgrades live up to their promise, then the 2025 championship is going to need a whole new script. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this deep dive. If you too feel that something big is about to happen, leave a comment below with your opinion. Has Ferrari finally found the key to return to the top? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single update. Click on the video currently on your screen. The next turning point might already be starting. We'll see you there.